Hey everyone, it is weigh-in number 6.
Number 6.
And it's been 2 weeks now since our last check-in.
Right.
So how'd you do?
Well, the last time I had gained 0.6, so I lost that, plus I lost 0.2 more. So total I've lost 15.3.
Oh, I didn't calculate my total yet.
Oh.
I lost 2.4 since our last one.
I think you're close to like 20 or something.
I think it's like
19,
18 and a half about.
Okay, yeah, very good. Okay, so did you, how did your week go?
It was easy.
Oh, that's nice. Good.
I've been
So,
busy.
how much weight did you lose? I didn't listen.
2.4.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a lot.
I kind of used both methods of 1 meal a day and then alternate day fasting.
Yeah, I think you got to use what works for you according to what's going on in your schedule. So
Yeah.
I kind of did the same thing. I was doing 1 meal a day because when I had a couple of things in a row, and then earlier this week I switched to ADF alternate day. So I like that. I like how we can switch it up according to what's happening in our life. So so didn't have any battles at all, or
Not really. I've been kind of busy with a side project I'm doing, and I've been using this distraction as a technique. I think that's the best weight loss technique.
No,
is
I totally
distraction.
agree, especially if you're trying to fast. Just instead of sitting around thinking about fasting and thinking that you're not eating, do something else and completely get your mind off of food, and that can really help a lot. Well, go ahead.
And I've been doing low carb down days as well. So
Yeah, I did that yesterday, and that
I
works.
lose more weight, or I lose weight quicker that way, I should say.
Yeah, as long as you don't get too tired of that. And that's another thing of just switching it up. If your down days low carb sometimes, and other times it's just low calorie as well. So, no, but I was kind of thinking I've had battles over the last couple of weeks, and just like, and sometimes you're like, oh, I was thinking you should just. Maybe let's just wait until after summer, but then I started thinking, well, fall has so many things as well. It has Thanksgiving and Halloween and stuff, and then comes Christmas, and I was thinking, it's so easy to always have a reason to say, well, too many things are going on, I can't do it, let's wait. And it's like, the time is never right. It's never right. And but like, see, there's some of the battles that I fought this week, I feel like. So my twins, your brothers are home for about a week and a half. And then they're going to go back to college. So it's like, well, do I want to like not have any fun, and not eat anything because, then they're only here a week and a half.
Yeah.
So I had some battles. Like I took the one son to a bar, and we had, of course, he's turned me on to drinking not Select 55 anymore, right? He wants me to drink these IPAs, which are at least like 150 calories.
Yeah.
And I'm finding that I really like those, but it's like, okay, so I took my son out for cheese curds, deep fried, and they were so good, and then had 2 beers. So it's like, it really adds up.
Yeah.
And then another time, they wanted to watch a video at home. So it's like, that's great. And then someone comes up with the idea of homemade popcorn. It's like, well, okay, I'll make homemade. And then when I make homemade popcorn, of course, I think I'm making a small amount, and then it just quadruples. So then I've got like 2 huge, bowl full. And since there's some left, and there's butter on it, and so I had some of that. Then, of course, they're not around here for long, so I took them for a fish fry, And then the next day, Dad suggests a grill out. Let's invite everybody over for a grill out.
Hey, and let me cut in here because we had a grill out and everyone else had burgers and we had turkey burgers.
We did, and it helps so much. That's the other thing, is about dieting with a friend or relative or daughter or whatever, because then you can at least both be doing the same thing. We were both having a down day.
And I
for
didn't
that grill
feel
out.
like I missed out at all.
No.
I mean, it looked like a regular burger.
You know what? I'm going to make a video sometime about those great ballpark turkey burgers, 120 calories each, and you load them up with some spices and everything else. I don't think you miss it. It's not like a burger. It tastes different than a burger, but it's equally as good.
I put hot sauce on mine too.
Yeah,
so a little spicy.
And pickles, and I put all kinds of stuff, and lettuce and tomato and all kinds of stuff, and it's so good. And then of course Alex shows up with a cake. I mean, you know, and
he doesn't bake.
And he's new to baking. So what are we supposed to say? Oh, I'm sorry, this is the first time you made a death by chocolate cake. I'm not going to eat it. So no, we had some of that, but we did share a piece.
Yeah.
So I think that really was we had just a small piece,
Yeah.
but it was really good. And you know, but I wanted to encourage him. I didn't want to say, I'm sorry, I'm having a down day. I'm not going to eat that. So it's really good. And then I took another son and my other son again to a brewery tour. And of course, they give you free beer on that. But this one brewery tour, they also gave you pretzels. Well, you know, after you had one and then another beer, it's like all of a sudden your inhibitions are gone, and there goes some pretzels too. But you know, so those are the kind of battles, and they're never going to go away. You're going to always have the battles. So I guess the point is this week is just stick with it. You can do it. We can do it. We're here with you. Do you have any advice?
I guess the biggest thing for me is telling myself no excuses.
No excuses.
I mean, you can
right.
still enjoy things in life. I didn't need to eat a whole piece of cake.
No, right.
I didn't need to have a burger when everyone else was having a burger.
And
I
largely
didn't care that much.
Yeah, and largely the other thing is, one thing we've noticed, people don't notice if you're having a down day.
Not really.
Care.
I mean, unless you make a big scene
right.
about it.
And you don't. And you're just like, oh, I'm going to have the turkey burger, and I'm going to,
I mean, I drink LaCroix regularly, so
Oh,
if I
right.
have LaCroix in a small meal, no one's counting the calories on
No.
it.
And with me being the one hosting the grill out, I made sure that we had vegetables and stuff for us.
So.
But nobody noticed that, that we're just picking out the watermelon and the asparagus and the turkey burger.
Yeah, we didn't have chips and
no, we didn't have any
cheese
of that. Right. Even though it was available. So it's just a matter of making decisions. But you can do it. Stick to it. And especially if it's happening where you feel like the scale is, you feel like giving up because the scale's not cooperating that well, just stick to it. I'm sticking to it. And, you had a couple of weeks where it was rough, and then all of a sudden you have a nice big loss. So
well, and I think sometimes, too, the scale is just a number. And sometimes, it was like maybe a week ago I was up like 5 pounds.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So it's like you can't take that as like the be-all, end-all.
Oh, right.
You got to trust the process.
Trust the process.
Make it work for yourself. Don't give yourself excuses.
Exactly.
You can have fun without having all the calories as everyone else is.
Exactly. And find good substitutions. And just wrap your head around the fact that, especially if it's alternate day, you're only having a down day once, and then you can have more tomorrow. So you certainly can do it. Just
that's what makes the low carb down days okay for me right now, because I love carbs. Low carb dieting works for me, but it's too hard because I love carbs too much.
Oh yeah.
But if I can do it only
just
every
one
other day, it's not that big of a deal.
I totally agree.
All right, this one's getting long. We should probably cut it off.
Okay, have a good week.
Have a good week. Hopefully we'll be a little skinnier next time we see you.
I hope so.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye.